Welcome to Cape Town in episode 8 of Translated's adventure around the world in the Ocean Globe Race. My name's Paul Cayard, and got here Saturday morning at 3:30 to welcome the team as they won leg 1 from Southampton, 7,700 miles, 40 days at sea, truly the beginning of an epic journey. In this week's episode, we're going to interview Vittorio Malingri, the co-skipper of Translated, the sea dog, the man who's been out there many, many times before and is serving as a mentor to our fantastic young crew. Vittorio, you did a lot of preparation to take on a race like this. Can you tell us a little bit about what the last 2 years have been like?
Yes, they've been tough. First of all, I like to thank all the fans. We felt your presence and we are giving the maximum to please you and to have fun. Big preparation, huge works on the boat. The boat was not in shipshape condition, but we took this opportunity to make a refitting, but already a tuning, just to adjust the boat in a way that she were performing better than before. Nice leg, very nice. Very tough from the beginning up to the end, to the very end, as Paul knows, because he was waiting for us in the dock with 30 knots of wind. Not windy, but lots of work because we were very close with the other boats.
And tell us a little bit about what was your biggest challenge on leg 1?
Well, our big enemies are Penduik, Spirit of Finland, of Helsinki, and Maiden, because Penduik is faster, the other are more or less equal, and they pay us in RC, but we must not lose too many miles. So we struggled to stay at their heights all the time. Sometimes we were also ahead, sometimes we were in the back. But we did everything to reduce the gap in the arrival. Big technical problems where there was no wind in the English Channel, no wind in the Biscay Gulf, no Portuguese trade winds, so it was light wind and lots of work. Spinnaker up and down all the time, jibes, concentration. And then the passage of the equator, of course, because it's always tricky. And we weren't so lucky as Penduik, for example, but we managed to do it in a couple of days. And then the fault of information, because as you know, we sail without a satellite phone, so we cannot download grid files or meteorological files, to understand where the big systems are. And so it was difficult with the information we had to understand where the southern high center was, in a way we could turn it around without being stuck in it.
And you're a professional sailor. This has been your career. In this race, there's 3 professionals on board and 7 amateurs. Can you tell us a little bit what it was like, that dynamic, maybe some of the challenges with the amateurs, making sure they have a good time, but they stay safe?
Of course. Well, our guys and ladies are fantastic. To me, they are sons. We sailed a lot together. Part of them also took part to the refitting of the boat. So it's a real big family, and we have a lot of interaction between us. We know each other. And of course, they don't have so many miles on their back, but we did with them like 21,000 miles before the start. And some of them, they came more and some other less. So this leg was still a kind of training, But they are really tough. I mean, they are perfect from a point of view of maneuvering the boat. They know perfectly any kind of maneuver. They are strong, they are young, so they have a lot of energy, and they are not still autonomous. It means that you have to tell them pull, ease, most of the time. But for the rest, they are really. And we don't have helmsmen. We have just Nicolò, who is a good one, and we are growing Daring, for example, who is taking better and better every day. But this is the philosophy of Translated. I mean, we are here to grow and grow with them.
That's awesome. That's so cool. It must be fun for you to mentor these young kids. I mean, first you have Nico, which is your son, which you trained well. He's obviously a top professional. But to see the 19, we have the youngest is 19, and Must be a great feeling, satisfaction to pass on all your experience to these kids.
Look, I'm closing a circle here for many reasons. Because my family took part to the first edition of the Whitbread, and then my father was school sailing me, Giovanni Soldini, Enrico Caccia, lots of guys that now are top sailor or working in the industry. It's my turn now,
Yep.
to give this back, and I think that is the major satisfaction. Also, we have a lot of fun because we are with 20 years, 22, 25 years old kids on board, we are laughing all the time.
That's good. So let's just take a quick, give us your thoughts. Leg 2's coming up, Cape Town to Auckland, New Zealand, long leg, springtime, Southern Hemisphere. A lot of the crew doesn't probably know exactly what to expect. How are you approaching leg 2?
Look, it's contradictory because, as my friend Paul told me, and we also know, it's a tough leg. It's probably the toughest leg of all around the world because it's a colder one. We have cross waves, big waves that cross, and not very long in length. So it will be, from the technical point, from the sailing point of view, probably one of the most demanding legs of the race. My first concern is safety all the time. I want this guy to come on with me and me with them, 100% guarantee. So this is my first concern. No, it's a tough boat because we don't have roller furling on the front. We cannot hoist a roller sail, and then coming into a protected dockhouse like for example, for class 40 or an IMOCA class to maneuver. But we are exposed on that. 3-4 people in the front moving very heavy sails, hank on the stay, put away the old one, put up the new one. So you don't stay there 2 minutes, you stay there 10-15 minutes. So it's very important that the helmsman keep the boat straight and don't put them in danger. This is my first concern. On the opposite, we want to beat this guy also in real time. Shall we go for it? I mean, then we'll see. No, I'm not sure we can do it, but we try because we know with Maiden for sure and the Spirit of Helsinki also, we can do it. So, and we will try to maintain the minimum gap possible with Penduik. From the meteorological point of view, it's less tricky, this leg, the coming leg, because we just have to go south and then go straight near the ice limit they will put us. And then there is a little bit of thinking under Australia, because you can have low pressure, so we maybe have to go up, not to have the headwinds. But in general, is a long straight road. Who have a bigger engine, just put the throttle full down, and Penduik is faster than us. So we have to maintain the gap. We have to spend 2 days and something in advance with them. So our strategy is to arrive very, very close and give away maybe just 1 day.
Vittorio, on behalf of the whole translated community, you have a lot of fans, thousands of fans. I sail with our colleagues in San Francisco on the other Swan 65, Translated 9 USA. And on behalf of all of us, we're so proud of you. We want to thank you for your leadership and what you are giving to the next generation. It's super cool, super important, and on top, the icing on the cake is that you're winning. So thank you very much for everything you're doing.
Thank you for support us, and you too, you all, ladies and guys, looking at us and typing on your telephone on the yellow brick to see our position. I told you, we feel your presence, and we will go for it.
Translated 9, Cape Town, out. That's a wrap on episode 8 from Cape Town. I hope you're enjoying the presentation and the stories and really getting the same feeling I am of the human adventure that we're witnessing here. Thanks to the leadership of Vittorio and Marco and the spirit of the young crew, they're not only achieving great results by winning leg 1, but they're truly living the adventure of a lifetime. And I think that from a translated company values standpoint, that's a super cool gift for everyone involved. and it's certainly something that none of the 10 sailors will ever forget. Leg 2 is coming up. It's going to be the toughest leg from here to Auckland, New Zealand. Springtime here in the Southern Hemisphere, so it'll be super cold, big waves, big wind. This is truly where round the world sailing happens, and more than ever, we're all going to need to believe in humans.